guess I'll do my expedition rules first.
Which should I choose?
Add Astra.
Can do it. Cool.
When you're high up, everyone.
How do I get back to this? Down
Dancing at the Sumeru's festival. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebration. The Sumeru's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard...
She sure did.
Milu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also some.
I thought I'd add a little extra.
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you... I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like... Of course. The
Stage, one must act with comfort.
Oh my goodness, yes he is.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outland? Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
Of course it is. I can't wait till she's released. Oh my goodness, she's gorgeous.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of.
Oh gosh, is this gonna be another Footloose?
Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're... that's,
Oh, she's cute.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here, and when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the academia might not like it, but what's a...
Oh, this really is sounding more like a Footloose. so she's not just AI. Cool.
Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, Catherine!
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
What's shaking?
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon...
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the event, but saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day.
Okay, I'm starting like
But
this
take
Catherine a
you
whole
two,
lot
for
more.
example. You travel across Tevat to enrich your lives.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Tevat and all that, but we're...
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. And
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
no, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If that... Oh, it looks...
All right, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made...
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've...
There's something...
Hey, Traveler.
Oh, hey, Dia.
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you.
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel.
Sounds like a plan.
So great about
Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia. Oh, Dad, let me dance.
In my opinion, Shoots is the best stall in the whole bazaar.
Sorry, I'm late. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia.
It's called being a professional.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here?
I take it you all know...
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed...
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses. So people from all Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well...
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
Sweet.
Ha, I suppose that's what... Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they
If you're also in.
Count me out. I've got plenty of. And take it from me. If you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for that.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god. Well, traveler, that's about all.
Thanks, Dia! And you too! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the sub. Good. Then we'll see you both at.
Solid East Nation's problems, I still want to know.
I'll have to rephrase them.
I've gotten the waypoint pretty close to there.
You are not welcome. Ways to the wicked!
Access denied.
Need.
Allow me. Let's move out. Next time.
Enshroud!
Welcome.
Dawn, break forth!
Patience.
Billowing surge.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Meet again.
Better than nothing.
Come and have a good look yourself. Tradition.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenaries.
Wow. Talk about hurly-burly. This place is busy. Guess that. Ooh. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the god. Osfun told us that Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item? Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
First, I'm gonna get that waypoint.
Hello there, my friend. Fate must have brought us together.
Out of all my wishes, I enjoy making jewelry.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I?
Hi there. We would like to ask you.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little.
It's like the downtown.
Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. You see over there? Those are students from the They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly—
They're called Ain el Ahmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos, they're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, I've heard that Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 mora...
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this...
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that?
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche? So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of mora.
Out of all my commissions, I enjoy making jewelry for newlyweds the most.
Got any commissions related to antique appraisal? I can handle them.
We should prepare while we can, then make a preemptive strike against the enemy.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the...
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more this time, so we...
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunities?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back.
Huh. All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King. So...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We
Welcome. Oh, okay. We're just gonna talk to the bartender if you want a drink.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outside?
A student? Huh. What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Paimon can't stand to see so much more go.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the... Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization. Far beyond anything, the Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom. But he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of...
So, you mean the...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes! That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land, where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our... Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh! Just thinking about it sickens me!
Sounds like a conspiracy.
But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dweller... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of lure. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you...
Hey! Shut it, Al-Haytham! What are you playing at, trying to
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss...
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on—
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for—
Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us, plus, he seems to know a lot about—
Yes, please.
He went that way! After him!
What's going on? How can there be kind of—
Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me— Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them, since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end. All right. Goodbye.
Wait.
Hold your horses! We still— Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must—
Who exactly are you two? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! She's really strong! Weren't you saying—
She doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, we'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier.
So, since you were happy to give us this—
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know— Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so—
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold—
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't—
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. And anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's a myth.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, There will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their... Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are... Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens. Well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's your true... With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, she's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intent. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This...
Why do you want us to meet?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine.
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the... Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who... I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn...
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are...
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher... Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look...
Try inspecting them with elemental...
The left one?
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear... That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for...
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here... Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any more left over... Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you Okay, then we have a deal.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact.
Alright, I'm gonna look at the instructions.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy? What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Roanoke, these two want to buy unripe horror.
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch.
Every ship deserves the
No,
best
look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Could this person be any silly?
Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things, not to mention all the tasty food. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants, and everyone...
How did things...
All thanks to your art.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd just...
Oh, what should we do?
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Hey there! Paimon's name is Paimon, and she's a traveler who was just passing by.
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy... what's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Prototype Aranara?
Oh, there we have it. The verdict is in.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, for the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they... But when we put it out there,
They thought it looked like a mushroom.
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it.
This is not an Aranara. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like...
Toys do look better when they're... Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh?
Kassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful and a cute...
Oh, a puff!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be an Aranara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe... Oh, this is such a shame.
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger, too.
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something. And suddenly the children loved every one.
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories, too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular they are. We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on As you can see, this...
Oh, we have to... Hey! Since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for... he doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to... please, if only to put a smile...
They seem pretty desperate. What? Yep, look! So Tanger's supposed to be here in Gandharvaville looking for inspiration. Should we yell his name at the top of our lungs? Hey, buddy. What's your name? What are you doing here all alone? Do you live in Gandharvaville? Regardless, don't worry. As a trainee forest ranger, I'll do everything I can.
Hi, Miss Forest Ranger. I'm Rozzy. Don't mind me.
When people say don't mind me, what they really mean is don't worry about me. Hey, don't cry. What? Huh, that voice sounds familiar. I once heard it somewhere before. Oh, it's Kale! Hi, Kale. I'm on a traveler. I've been doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. We're here on an errand. We heard your voice. You seem kind of What a well-mannered child. Sand? There is not a lot of sand in a forest. You keep saying...
Maybe.
That's exactly why you have to get it off your chest. Here's a trick. If you're keeping a secret that bothers you... Yeah, a tree hollow. Do you know Tanja's stories? The Aranara living in the forest will patiently listen to every... Maybe there really are Aranara living in the...
You like the Aranara?
Of course.
Oh, people who like Aranara are the best.
Aw, so... How are you doing?
Sure.
Wow, Kale's so good with kids. Well, helping children who are lost. So, what was it you wanted help with? You're not lost too. Okay, so you're looking for a children's author from Port Ormos called Tanja. And he's here in Gandharvaville. Wait. That's right, Uncle So he's in the area? Looking for... This is amazing. Could you wait for me for a second? I'll run Rozzy back to Gandharvaville and then I'll be right back. I've always been curious what the man behind those incredible...
She's cute.
Tanja's...
Even so, he must be more... Wait!
Mm-hmm.
Your dad? Tanger's your dad? As in you're Tanger's son?
Uh-huh.
Ah! Paimon sees. That guy at Akara Crafts told us that Tanger brought his son along with him. So he meant Rozzy. Why are you here on your own, though? Did you and Tanger get separated?
We had an argument. I was upset, so I...
Oh, in that case, you should take...
No, I'm good. Thanks for your advice, Cole. Come with me. I'll take you.
Yay! Thanks, Rozzy! Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh, so you do get a free color.
So Tanja headed this way. I know this place pretty well. Follow me.
Dawn, break forth!
I suppose this will do.
Chicken thing. How do we get back up to you?
We'll need more where that came from.
Don't get too close!
The fuse is lit!
Dawn, break forth!
Fire it up! Here's backup!
Here come the fireworks! Time for a light show!
Ways to the wicked!
I'm going in! Get out of here! Take cover!
Dawn, break forth!
Supporting fire!
Dawn, break forth!
I suppose this will do.
Rosie! Where are you, Rosie?
Someone's calling for Rosie over there.
Oh, Rosie! Were you in danger? Did the
I'm okay.
Thank you. Thank you all. I dare say that even the most cold-hearted Spino...
Oh, it's nothing. It's all part of my responsibility as a trainee for...
Really? I didn't know anyone read my stories apart from young children. Okay, then. I have the inspiration for my next story. It shall be about an Aranara granny who's a child at heart.
Huh? It's... Whoa. Kale looks like she's... I'm okay.
Are you two story lovers as well? Yes, the moment... Oh? Who asked for my help? My sincerest apologies, but I have...
Seems like Tanja has a slightly exaggerated view. Also, Paimon's not a finch. That's nothing to get excited about.
A car crab. Oh, right. I remember now. That small boat once sailed into the sea, perhaps for the best. After all...
What? What should we do? Do you think we should get Tainari?
Dad's saying he forgot about helping the people at Akara Crafts learn more about Aranara because right now he has something more important.
Oh, that's what he meant. Wait, no, this isn't the time for all that. Tanja, your help is pretty vital to the toy makers. You gotta do something.
But the garden that blooms before my eyes is of greater importance, for therein lies the beautiful Padisa. I, Tanja, have found evidence of Aranara activity right here in the Avidia forest, conclusively proving that Aranara, if I manage to document the first real-life Aranara sighting, meanwhile, I may well be able to leverage this to assume leadership of...
I haven't written any papers myself, but I think you need to have a bunch of them approved by the review board before entering the academia. You also need a detailed and objective... Anyway, Tanja, what...
The hook's what's important in a story. The great storyteller Tanja never gives his audience the bait right away. Come with me.
Wait, not that way. Kale, what's wrong? Nothing. But that way leads us deeper, and I think I'm starting to understand why Razi and Tanja were fighting.
Just as I expected, the
But this is just an ordinary...
You can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart.
Paimon's not sure what look with your heart means.
I swear, everybody in this region, this country, is just high as fuck.
Hey, look!
Definitely Uncle Tanger is, too.
Here's another. That sounds more like... There's another one. A clever
How does it feel to bear witness to a groundbreaking discovery? Exciting, isn't it? The crude handwriting may look like I doubt that a child would be able to reach this deep into the forest, and I boldly hypothesize that this tree hollow is in fact the Aranara's academia. The notes we saw were written. An Aranara that wasn't so bright left a note here. How's that? Don't the...
Nope.
Well, many an adventurer knows how to take to the skies with their easily visible wind gliders, yet they do not possess the invisible wings of imagination, making it hard for them to keep up with my... How about you, Miss Forest Ranger? Do you...
Huh? Me? I don't know. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that... Witnessing Tanja's creative process is a
Overwhelming.
Oh.
For now, I've decided to stay here with Razi until we witness the legendary moment when the Arana... Don't worry! I won't let the Akara Crafts toy makers down. When a real...
He seems pretty stubborn. Looks like no. I think we should return to our Tanja. In Aranar and the Three Little Fungus, it says that Aranar are very sensitive creatures.
Oh? Was that in the story? Ah! Yes, I remember now. Miss Forrest. In that case, let's go back to camp and call it a day. We'll...
What are my orders?
Traveler, wake up! It's not the art. Oh, Paimon's been worried about Kale since last night. Anyway. Hey, look! Aren't these Kale's footprints? But why are they headed towards the tree hollow? So Kale came back here alone.
And I thought this was a place nobody knew about. I never thought Tanja would find it. If I'd known, I would have just told the tree hollow instead of writing it down. There must be another way to practice. Now I've created a whole new problem for myself. What do... Oh, no, that won't work. I should be writing something that an Aranara would never say. So Oh, I've got it. There's no way Tanja could see this as the work of an art.
So the evidence of Aranara activity. But why didn't she just tell Tanja? Oh, right. Kale told Razi that he could tell any secret to a tree hollow. Must be because that's what she does. Yeah, you're right. Oh, looks like she's almost done.
Aha! Yes! Let's see what it's...
Ooh, what could it be?
I want to visit Mondstadt during the Ludi Harpastum again? No, that's impossible. This must be some kind of mistake. Even I would never write that into a...
So, in other words, the note...
yeah, if you ask me.
No, I...
No, good grief.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
You've written so many stories beloved by the...
No! I can't do it. I thought that if I could find an R&R, but it was someone from...
You've managed to write all those stories without ever having seen a...
Razi, you tell them.
Really?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, Kale, Traveler, Paimon. I didn't want to tell anyone the secret, but it made me feel very sad. So... Dad isn't the one who came up with all those...
What? Hold on. So if Uncle Tanja wasn't the author, then...
It was me. Dad's been telling stories in Port Ormos for as long as I can remember. Every night,
Dad would give me a zaytun peach for dinner, and I'd eat it. The zaytun peaches were delicious, but Dad's stories were really bad. He always uses sentences that are really hard to understand, But Dad kept on going, telling his stories again and again. Oh, one time, he even borrowed a camera from Lord Sangemabe's shop and got me to take pictures of him in act. Dad showed me the picture and said that it shall become the precious record of... Even though I only had zaytun peaches to eat and not so great Then one day, I tried telling Dad a story. Dad seemed really excited. He looked really happy. He lifted me up high until... He lifted me up so high that I was looking down at it. And when I got to my favorite part, When Dad put me back down, I looked up at him.
You remember it?
It's not only Razi. I, too, remember every detail of what happened that day. After that, I gradually grew in fame and started making money. I became Sumeru's... Finally, we could afford more than just zaytun peaches for dinner.
I was really happy at first, but then everyone started calling me. I kind of guessed why, but I also didn't want to believe it. Dad got busier with things that had nothing to do with storytelling. So I made up my mind that this time, I just want to be good old Razi so that Dad will become good instead of Dad the way he is now, starting every story with, dedicated to my dearest Raz. I prefer my dad how he used to be, stumbling over words, and that's why I decided to keep how I imagine Aranara to look like.
Wait! To sum up, all of Uncle Tom... And because Razi didn't want...
Yes. That's why I tried looking for I'm sorry, Razi. I'm so sorry. And I owe you... Razi's the only one who can help Akara Crafts. If you can manage...
Are we gonna let this happen?
You want me to help? Well, I did mention what the Aranara look like in my stories. But to make a carving, Kale, Traveler, and Paimon, I've never really left Port Ormos before. This is my... Sumeru is so much bigger than I thought. So I want to visit more places in Sumeru. And I also want to take pictures of Dad everywhere that...
You still want me to come with you?
Yeah, of course. Come on, you're the best dad ever.
This is the happiest Raz...
I want to thank you, Kale.
Huh?
You told me about telling my... Even though I didn't have the time to find a tree hollow, telling everyone...
Yeah. It's hard. I made a lot of mistakes back in Mondstadt. But when I look back on that, I'm sure this experience will be the same for...
Yes. Wait. Did you just say...
Oh gosh.
I just passed by once. Let's go, Razi. Grab that camera and see what hidden inspiration you can discover along the way.
Okay, let's go. Come on, Dad.
Razi, slow down and watch your step.
Yeah!
Okay, now can we go back to the main story?
Before I retrieve your products, I need to please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Skill, so we need to pick dizziness.
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring?
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
Okay. Small or bulk? I'm gonna say bulk.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? Oh, Hatham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way. Look, he's over there. Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right!
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else...
Oh, very good.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory?
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings,
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed...
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest, so that's why I prefer... It's your first time here, but don't worry. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in...
What kind of products do you... Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Tevat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on sale now for 350,000.
Yeesh, who would want to be...
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Tevat in the early Archon War? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
I'd actually prefer the Hilichurl one.
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful. 2 million mora. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price.
All right, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
So 3 of them shine with.
Ah, you've really got a good head on your shoulders. We'll take these, please. My, oh my. You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extra. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 mora more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million mora.
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 mora. If we spend just a little more, we can think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful.
Excellent! Then please, so...
Oh shoot. She's got more.
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we...
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each.
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check.
Yep, none of them go.
So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword fighting. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's...
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham.
True history is sometimes...
Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Ha, you two made it.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge?
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, she did. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods?
In that case, a short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how—
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule— As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Akh. They adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to—
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate?
Yes. Ain al-Akhmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not— Unless I know whose hands the Divine Knowledge Capsule ends up in, Maya Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could—
Yes, you can say that. But the day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay.
Haytham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but—
You two want to try using a knowledge? Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though.
I know fighting this chicken without getting the talent useless, but I still am gonna need them to upgrade the Tainari. Quick break to fight the chicken.
Check this out!
Everybody stand back! Out of the way!
Flames! Purge!
Fuse is lit! Take cover!
Fire it up! Here's backup!
Ways to the wicked!
Time for a light show! I'm going in! Here comes the fireworks!
Flames! Purge!
All right. This place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before use. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry.
Wow! Hey, Thumb! You must, Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting...
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity.
Sounds like...
All right, let's begin the test.
Let's light it up! Off we go! Ow!
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to... The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it soon.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that...
All right. Time for round 2.
Ways to the wicked!
Now, I'll start.
Oh, Hatham, has...
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability. During the second fight, her overall fighting performance...
Wait! How much?
Less than 1%.
Ah! Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million more?
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce it. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This...
I was about to say, so I'm just gonna have to wait around for 2.